Okay, welcome to balance class. This is our first balance video on in our exercise group. So if you have a mat, feel free to get one. You don't have to have one, but I would recommend that you have a stable chair next to you or a wall, something that you can hold to if you feel like you need it to stabilize yourself, because we will be standing back and forth on one leg and then the other. I like to work barefoot because it's good for working the feet and really getting in touch with your balance. And we don't always stretch the feet enough and strengthen them. Balance is about being strong in the feet and the ankles, in the legs, in the core, but also about good alignment. So we're going to talk about all those things. So you're going to stand. I like to stand at the back of my mat, that way we can walk forward. I've got my chair just in case. You want to engage your core, open your shoulders, draw them down, lengthen your neck. You want to engage your glute or hip muscles, slightly turning out, and feel your feet balance and lifting through the arches. You should be able to wiggle your toes, so we're not leaning forward, grabbing the mat with our toes. All right, so we're going to lift up nice and tall. And you're going to transfer your weight to your right leg. Lift up out of the hip, don't sink down, but stand through nice and tall. Bend the left knee, and you can keep the toe on the mat or lift it on up a little ways. And then try to balance. If you've got a chair or wall, just use a light touch. See if you can use your balance as much as possible. And we're just holding and breathing. Then you can continue just like that, or if you want, you can try closing your right eye or putting your hand over it. 4, 3, 2, 1, and open. And then you can do the same with the other eye, either cover it, close it. 2, 1, and open. You can just stand with your eyes open, or you can close both and open. Ooh, that one was tricky, wasn't it? Okay, and now the next thing we're going to do is you're going to turn this knee out and in. Stabilize with that inside, that standing hip. Keep it strong. And if you want to make it a little harder, you turn your head in the same direction that you're turning the knee out, and then bring it back. So you turn it out and you look to one side and then come back. You can do that or just leave your head forward, whatever works for you. Nice. Now we're going to lift the same knee up through the center and back down. And if you want to make it a little harder, as you lift it up, you look down at that knee. You can gently tilt your chin down, and then you bring your head back up as you bring the leg back. And again, looking at that knee and down. And lift, breathing, and bring it down. How's that standing leg feel? We're strengthening the muscles, which are very important for balance. Good. All right, and before we finish, we're going to take this leg and turn it out. You can either put the toe on the inside of the mat and just gently move it or slightly move it up the ankle, or you can make it higher as you bend this standing leg. You might want to use your chair to help you. We're going to stretch this hip, stretch the toes, widen them, breathe. And we're holding for balance as much as we can. Shoulders down, use your chair as needed, breathe. And then we're going to bring this leg around and extend it behind us. You can always have your chair. It's lightly touching the mat or lifted. If you want to lift the arms, make it bigger, you can. If you find this is really easy, you can turn your head right, center, left, center, and then release. Woo, ready to get off that standing leg. You might want to rotate through the hip a little bit and release the tension that's building up there. All right, we're going to do all that again on the other side. So you can either just stand on the other leg and keep the same hand on the chair, or if you need to switch sides or move your chair around, you can do that. All right, make sure you're not slumping, but we're standing up nice and tall. Pull your core in, shoulders are down, breathing. just holding this leg, trying to use a light touch on your chair. And then if you want to add, well, first we'll turn the knee out and in and open and close. And if you want, you add the head turn with it. Looking out and in and open, and one more time, breathing, and now we're going to lift the leg up and back down. You can always use a hand on the leg to help support it, and it doesn't have to be a high lift. It can just be a little one. If you want, you add the head tilt down and up and look and lift. One more and breathe. Nice. And now we're going to bring the leg, cross it right in front. Just kind of hold it there or lift it higher. Bend the standing knee. Cross it higher if you want, above the knee. Don't ever park right on the knee joint. Stretch the toes. Kind of release the foot. Feel that stretch in the bent hip. Breathe. Nice. And then we're going to bring the leg around to the back. You can touch the toe, square your hips forward. You can lift it. If you can leave your hands on your hips, or you can bring them up higher. And breathe. If you want, you can turn your head right, center, left, center, right, center, left, center, and release. Come up off that standing leg and release the hip. I hope I didn't forget anything. Sometimes I do. All right, and then one more thing. We're going to come to the back of your mat. We're going to do a tandem walk. So that's heel to toe. So you bring one foot, the back foot, directly in front, touching that front big toe. You might want to steady yourself on your chair. Now, if this is just too much, feel free to take your foot a little wider, just as close together as you can, and feel stable. Otherwise, we're heel to toe, and that's all you have to do. It's like walking a tightrope, and you can do whatever with the arms you like. They can be at the side, on your hips, and then as you get better, you might want to add, and then we go backwards. As you get better with it, you might want to add a lift, extend, in and down, and do some arm work with that. And breathe, because in life, we're not linear. We're always moving in different directions at different times. All right, and then we're going to do that again. You can continue to do that just the way you were doing it, or you can lift to your toes, kind of like you're on high heels. So your heels are lifted. You can just hold that for a moment. You can close the left eye if you like. Open, and woohoo, I'm losing my balance today. And then close the right eye, same thing. Breathing, open. If you want, you close both. Now keep both heels down or lift them depending on where you feel your balance will allow you to be successful. And open up, and then put the other foot in front. Again, heel to toe, both heels can be down, or you can lift your heels. And really, if you engage your hips, your core, to kind of tighten up, that'll help you with your balance. You can just hold this, or you can close your left eye and open, close your right, and open, close both if you like, and open, and then bring it down. Nice. All right, great job. I think that's all the balance we're going to do today. Actually, let's stretch just a little bit, and we'll use our balance as we stretch. So we're going to do some quad stretches for the fronts of our thighs. So you'll reach for the back leg. Now once you get that knee, pull it in close to the other one, pull it back, push the hip forward, keep the chest up. In other words, you don't want to lean forward. Now lift up, push it back, push the leg to the arm, and you'll feel a shoulder stretch. And then if you want to release the hand, and you have a nice tall alignment, good, release. Then we'll do the other side. Same thing, except you reach for the other leg, pull it in. Let me turn around here. Push it back, lift up, If you feel balanced, you can lift your hand, breathe. And release. All right, and then we're just going to do a rounded position around the back and feel the lower back release. Always feels good. And that's all we're going to do today for the balance. So tune back in for another video. God bless you. Bye-bye.